With long-standing support from Toyota, the event has become something of an institution. In departure from previous years, the quads started before the motorcycles, and the crossing was a little crowded when leader there, Brendan Bardenhorst, put in an appearance and sailed through mud, water and sand. Not far behind Bardenhorst's CJ Yamaha were Paris-Dakar rally hero Vickers van Deventer on the Jojo Tanks Yamaha, and Brandon Martin, who was going well on the 5-star Motors entry. The first 3 quads negotiated the crossing without any problems, but that ended when Mark Breckel arrived on the scene on the Brasco refrigeration Yamaha and found himself bogged down. It was great entertainment for the crowd, and Breckel needed some outside assistance to get going again. Breckel was mobile once more, but other quad riders were finding the thick mud more than a handful. And among those who also needed a little assistance from willing helpers was Jacques Struwik, who was among the pre-race favourites in the quad category. Fun and games at the Moropolole Bridge, but no joy for the Chepex, who were loading the Epson V Motors Chenoweth on its trailer.
Short into the race, we eventually took the lead in the special vehicles category, only to find out that the power steering gave in. So when we stopped, we got to a reasonable spot. We had a look, and sand had got into the power steering reservoir, and it'll cause so much damage if we have to carry on. We could possibly finish the race without power steering, but we got a power steering pump running straight off the transmission, and that would cause endless problems, and it would be very expensive, and so we thought we'd rather just throw in the towel.
Setting the early pace in the motorcycle category was talented Free State rider Graham McLaughlin on the factory Honda. There was a little wake-up call for McLaughlin, with the bikers building up a head of steam on the quicker sections of the course. Chasing him was Darryl Curtis on the AGA LG Castrol KTM, with team manager Ralph Hitchford monitoring his progress. Going well and leading the 250 class was Jade Goodseat on a factory Honda, with highly experienced teammate Errol Dalton, who has plenty of experience, also up with the front-runners in the open category. Running second in the 250 class was Rian van Niekerk on another of the AGA LG Castrol KTM entries, with the faster bikers now in among the slower quad racers. Also going well was veteran Jeremy Davies on another AGA LG Castrol KTM entry, who sailed past quad rider Jacques Struwik, who had stopped for a breather. Behind Davies, Elmer Simons lying third in the 250 class, and he had a little ground to make up. 200 class leader Barry Creel was going well on the Adventure Sport KTM, with a bit of a dice going on between Brett Pawdy and Jason Krauser, who got it all wrong and dug something of a hole for himself. Some nifty footwork prevented Krauser from going down with the ship, and he was anxious to get on his way again. The crowd was enjoying every moment of his discomfort, but fortunately for him, the KTM was undamaged. With a little help from some willing bystanders, Krauser was soon on his way again, with the incident not costing him too much in terms of lost time. The incident also provided him with an interesting tale to tell at the overnight halt, and he was a hit with the local enthusiasts. Back with the leaders in the production vehicle category, and Neil Woolrich and Kenny Schulthammer were flying along in the Mitsubishi Pajero. After their shaky start to proceedings earlier in the day, the two former bike stars were back in the groove. Woolrich and Schulthammer were slowly starting to edge away from the rest of the field in the state-of-the-art Pajero, which is an awesome package. Running at the front of the special vehicle category, Greg Harvey and Boy Stone in the Queen Motorspares Castrol Jimco, with rally star Enzo Kun and Francois Jourdain moving into contention in Class D in the factory Mitsubishi Colt. Keil Nell was turning in a Sterling drive to lead Class B in the single-seater Sandmaster, with the service point an impressive sight. Creeping almost unnoticed up the special vehicle leaderboard were Mark Corbett and Juan Moore in the Century City Jimco, with the two youngsters suddenly emerging as a threat, and also putting in an appearance at the service point with the highly experienced former off-road champions Hannes Hrobler and Richard Leake in the Nissan. The pair looking to pick up more Class T points in the standard vehicle before a new state-of-the-art Nissan puts in an appearance.
They had a flat wheel. We clipped a tree stump on the side of the road, and we lost about 7 minutes, but further no problems, and we're going strong. We're just keeping the pace there.
Making a dramatic entry into the service points were Nas LaRue and Henny Tufsteger, who rolled the second of the factory Mitsubishi Colts. With the Colt landing back on its wheels, progress was only momentarily halted.
1 minute off.
Damage to the car was limited to some bent bodywork and a little damaged pride from the driver.
I saw the service van too late. And I was looking and I turned in and there was a little ditch there and I wasn't looking where I was going. So yeah, my mistake.
Still on charge after the service halt were overall and production vehicle leaders Neil Woolwich and Kenny Scholthammer in the Mitsubishi Pajero. Consolidation was now the name of the game for the pair as they headed to the overnight halt at Molopolole.